This is the War Brief Daily for April 9th, 2026, covering the Iran and wider Middle East theater. Tonight, we are tracking four major developments. First, a U.S. Iran ceasefire announced on April 7th is already fracturing within hours of the announcement. Second, Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz in direct response to continued Israeli strikes on Lebanon. Third, Iranian drones struck power and water infrastructure inside Kuwait on April 8th. And fourth, Reuters is reporting that Russia is supplying Iran with satellite imagery and cyber support to sharpen its targeting operations. First, the ceasefire. This is confirmed. President Trump announced late Tuesday evening that the United States and Iran had reached a conditional two-week pause in hostilities. Iran's Foreign Minister Araghchi confirmed the pause, contingent on attacks ceasing and safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. That is where the agreement ends and the problem begins. Defense Secretary Hegseth declared Iran's military combat ineffective for years to come, a historic U.S. victory. Iran's IRGC-linked media claimed the United States was forced to accept Iran's 10-point plan, including retained enrichment capacity and continued Hormuz authority. Both of those narratives cannot be true. A ceasefire with no shared foundation is not a ceasefire. It is a pause waiting to collapse. The fault line is Lebanon. Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu stated clearly that the ceasefire does not apply to Israel's ongoing operations against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran's foreign minister said equally clearly that Lebanon must be part of any ceasefire framework. Israel then struck Beirut on April 8th, killing at least 112 people and wounding over 700, according to Lebanon's health ministry. The UN condemned the strikes. Hezbollah declared its right to retaliate. Second, the Strait of Hormuz. This is confirmed via Iranian state media and AP. Iran closed the strait on April 8th, directly in response to the Beirut strikes. Here is what that means in real terms. The Strait of Hormuz is 21 miles wide at its narrowest point and carries between 20 and 40% of globally traded oil and liquefied natural gas every single day. Even a brief closure disrupts markets. Maritime insurance premiums had already surged 20 times pre-crisis levels before this. The ceasefire's core condition was Hormuz reopening. It closed instead. This situation is still developing. As of this brief, it is unclear whether shipping is fully halted or whether Iran is asserting coordination authority over passage. Third, Kuwait. This is confirmed by Kuwait's government. Iranian drones targeted power and water facilities inside Kuwait on April 8th. No confirmed casualty figures yet. The UAE reported drone and missile activity in the same window. Striking Gulf civilian infrastructure is a deliberate escalation, and it raises an immediate question. Is Iran not observing the ceasefire against Gulf neighbors? Or did Iranian-aligned forces act independently? Fourth, Russia's shadow role. This is credible single-source reporting from Reuters, not yet independently confirmed. Reuters reported that Russia has been supplying Iran with satellite spy imagery and cyber support to improve the precision of Iranian military targeting. Ukraine separately flagged the broader Russia-Iran military alignment. If this is accurate at scale, it means Iranian strikes get more accurate, while Russia absorbs zero direct risk. Here is what to watch in the next cycle. 1. Does Iran formally reopen the Strait of Hormuz? That is the U.S.'s stated trigger for continued restraint. 2. Do Israeli strikes on Lebanon continue? Any further strikes risk a formal Iranian declaration that the ceasefire is void. 3. Does Hezbollah launch into northern Israel? That is the fastest path to full escalation. 4. Watch U.S. carrier strike group positioning in the Gulf. Any repositioning signals Washington is preparing for resumed operations. 5. Watch for a second source to confirm the Russia-Iran targeting pipeline. That is your war brief daily for April 9th, 2026.